Welcome, everyone, to the Woodshed, East Lansing, Michigan. Spartan Stadium on the banks of the Red Cedar and home to Michigan State. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Duke Blue Devils, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Michigan State Spartans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Will kick it away to start us off. And here's the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Blue Devils offense will have the football first. And we've been really eager to see this matchup. This quarterback against an elite defense. Jesse, what does a quarterback have to keep in mind when you face a group like this?
Well, he's just going to have to be dialed in. He's had a lot of success this year so far. This is a different animal than this defense he's playing. He's got to be really good with his decision-making, throwing it, running it, pre-snap, post-snap. You make one mistake against this defense, David, they make...
Turning it on! Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
Hand off from the shotgun. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism.
And the quarterback is knocked down back in the 13.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Fields the punt and looking for daylight. He only needs a sliver of daylight. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. So the Michigan State Spartans offense will have its first possession of the game. And what a performance this guy turned in last week. Spectacular in every aspect of the game, Jesse.
Well, I know one thing for sure. The quarterback is going to be looking his way early in this one. When you have a game like he did last time, your quarterback, you all of a sudden move up in priority in the pecking order for the guy throwing the football. So it's not going to surprise me early here if the quarterback looks his way, regardless of what the coverage is, based on what he showed last time out.
Yeah, and they were on the same page. It was fun to watch. I mean, you could tell he knew exactly where his guy was, putting up the multiple touchdowns. Like, it was a thing of beauty. Now, defensively, I also know that. And I know he's looking that way. So look forward to seeing the chess match with the defense and maybe ways they can take him away.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Using his legs, it's Rich. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
The Spartans come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Gets it out quickly. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9, where it'll be 1st and goal. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Looking to throw. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And this offense shows right away on 1st down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on 2nd down and goal?
Here we go. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Spartans!
If The offense continues to put drives like that together. This defense is in trouble. How about the balance, the ability to throw the football, run the football, keep the defense guessing, and then when it gets closer to the end zone, the physicality to punch it in. Great start for this offense.
On the run from inside his own 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Lost a throw on first down. Hauls it in. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down.
They're running the curl route against zone coverage. The quarterback knows that's going to be a tight window. He's got to rifle that ball into his wide receiver. He does just that, and as a result, they pick up the first down.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires left. Got his man downfield. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. The Blue Devils moving quickly to the line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Got it behind the line. It's Petty. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
Trying to throw the wide receiver screen and pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Well, give the defense credit there. They took all the quarterback's options downfield away, forced them to check it down, rallied to the football, and now they've set up 4th.
He nails it, a 58-yard field goal. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, Texas and Texas A&M have been going at it today, and we finally have a winner.
Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the wideout. It's picked off. The Heisman contender turns it over. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Gets it out fast. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
And the offense goes 5 wides and spreads the field. The problem is that spreads you thin. And you only got 5 guys in protection, and they don't do a good enough job up front. The defense gets home, forces the fumble. Big play for this defense.
Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And that one had some juice on it, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing.
Breaks into the open. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and he add the answer to the test right there.
you definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll run the option. They go to the ground. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch, man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
And the Spartans are moving quickly down the field. Snaps it in the shotgun. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan State. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And the offense had the look they liked. Tight ends are such matchup problems because of their size and because of their athleticism. And this offense does a nice job moving this guy around, especially in this area of the field.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Nice quick throw there, and it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find their rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw, and you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And anytime you hit the quarterback, man, you make him think, you speed up the processor a little bit, and that's the third on the day. This is a unit, actually, that does a good job of that. They're in the top 25 in the country at getting the quarterback on the ground.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Brought down at the 16-yard line, and that will likely bring out the punt team. We've reached the break, and Michigan State has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. And the Blue Devils will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Slips through the line. He turns like that, or why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Wants to go up top. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. Touchdown, Sparty! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll try the run. How about that play behind the line as they lose 5?
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And the quarterback brought up 2 and sacked at the 12.
And that's now their 3rd sack of the game. This is one of the best units in the entire country getting after the quarterback. They have done such a great job recruiting athletes up front and in their front 7. They can blitz, they can rush you with 4, with 3, but they've got dudes that can beat you one-on-one, and you're seeing that in this game.
The Blue Devils will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Looks it in at the 40. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room, because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the right. A strike downfield. Oh, he's got some space. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
To the air on 1st down. Fires to the end zone. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. Quarterback on the keeper. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Looking down the middle. He's got an open man. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Snagged in the middle. It's Petty. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
Quick completion to the right. There he goes. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Finds his big tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
How about the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch?
Out of the gun, the inside give. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
Sweet cut there. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Well, that completion now sets up a critical third down here in the red zone for this quarterback. His offense, his team, is trailing by a lot. They're going to need him to start making plays consistently, and he's going to have to do it when the defense knows he's about to throw it. And that's exactly the situation right here. Third down in the red zone. The quarterback has got to step up on this next play.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. They'll play it safe and try for 3. One drive is already ended with a field goal. They'll try to do it again, this time a rather long one from 46 yards out. Good, right down the boulevard. That'll trim the deficit to 15. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, you could make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. Tennessee is currently ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Neyland and Fulmer and Majors, this has not been a blowout today in Knoxville. They are up by 7 over Oklahoma. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Got his man in the middle. The Spartans can really attack on this second and short. Quarterback making checks. Back to pass on second down. Gonna take a shot. Makes the grab at the 30. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Spartans.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finish the half like they're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. He'll do it himself. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I just love the way the defense prepares. Each and every week we see this defense come out, and it's like 11 guys. They've got their head in the game, and they're playing as one unit. They knew it was going to be tough facing this option game with the quarterback in the running attack, but they've just done such a good job so far staying home, playing their assignments. You saw it on that last play right there. Rallying to the football, nowhere for him to go, and creating a big loss.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a fascinating one going on in East Lansing. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true three-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that, let's head back to the place they've been playing football for more than 100 years, Spartan Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Blue Devils will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he's going to bring this one out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to pass. Unloads to the right. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
And he can fill up the hand now with that pick, man. That's number 5 on the season. Consistently making plays for his defense. Always a guy where we're going to be calling his name over and over again.
Plows through the defense. He gets down to the 25 before going out of bounds.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. We just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Unloads it left. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously, the play.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Blue Devils with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Man, I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your second guy gets hit, and you got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback, man.
Gets the back moving. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Another sack. This quarterback group, not this quarterback, this one, because you're already on quarterback number 2. Taking a lot of hits today. Got to keep these guys upright. Got to protect them. This offensive line has to do a better job.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Finding open areas. He has the 1st and still on his feet. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
This play works for one reason. You toss the ball quickly to the left. Receivers have to block. Once that running back gets on the perimeter, you're going nowhere if those receivers aren't committed to getting on those DBs, locking on them, running their feet. That's not their first priority. I know they're going to catch the ball more than they're going to block. Nice job blocking on that toss.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Now he's going to break the pocket. On the run, deep down the right side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
This time on target. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Spartans are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. It's a big stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Michigan State. And the punishment has been extended. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
It just gets in the zone, right? You can't miss. You've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's first down. Turning it on! Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the...
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Man, this poor quarterback, he's got no time. You got to protect your quarterback. You got to find different ways to do it. Sometimes it's not working with 4 wide receivers. Maybe you bring in a couple tight ends, go max protection, more guys blocking, less guys in routes. But you got to find something to have success.
And the Blue Devils have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Petty. Hard-hitting tackle.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. The Blue Devils decide to punt it away. A soaring high punt with serious hang time. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line, making side adjustments here. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Looking for a deep man. Hauls it in down the sideline. The sophomore making a big play and hauling in that pass.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Knocks it out of the air. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly.
Breaks into the open. Still on his feet. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Sparty.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, one of the biggest games of the week is playing out right now. Let's check in on this top 25 battle. Georgia is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the momentum may be turning. These dogs have picked themselves up off the canvas before, and they are capable of it again today. They're trailing by just 4 to Ole Miss. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition, and if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll start this drive with a pass. Throws to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
And the Blue Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. The Blue Devils send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
Second down, he'll throw it. Working that left side now. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
And that's a first down. Here we go.
We reach the end of the period, and Michigan State has the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we reach the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Looking for a gap. It's Rich. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Yoder.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
He'll throw on 3rd down. Finds his man down the middle. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. The Spartans look to keep this drive humming. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab on the left. He stepped out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. They're just making things harder now. It's 1st and 20. From the gun, looking for a man. Makes the grab. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
That's reeled in. It's Yoder. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
These are simple routes, the drag routes that go across the field, but they actually can turn into huge plays. You see all the speed on the outside now at wide receiver. You get it in his hands quick, he can go make a play, make one guy miss, and maybe next time he can make an even bigger game.
He's got it on the run. He's run out of bounds, but they've got it now 1st and goal. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are, sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Touchdown, Spartan! Quick strike through the air for the score. They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long, or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. They punted away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And this has been one of those days you want to forget. I mean, you're getting drunk. There's no other way to put it. It's been a bad day. I'm trying to put a drive together here, maybe to just get some kind of momentum, something positive, maybe something in the locker room we can talk about that didn't go wrong.
The play action fake. Makes the catch. It's Durham. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their...
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And I bet the frustration meter for this offense is so high. If you can't keep your quarterback upright, it's hard to move the ball. It's hard to score points. This offensive line has not protected him at all, and that's why so many sacks keep happening.
Here's the return. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. Buying some time as he moves left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Man, this just starts to hurt your pride, right? You're down by several scores. It's in the 4th quarter, and they keep making big plays. This is something where you just got to buck up. You got to do something about it. You got to find something down deep and go make a play so you can get the ball back and maybe get back in this game.
All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's 1st down. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. He's got it and still on his feet. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
To the air on second down. Another interception. That's his fourth of the day. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Looking to throw on first down. They needed a big play, and they got it, and the foot down for the first down. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift, a late touchdown.
I think it's a good sign for coaches to see that their team is still fighting. They're getting blown out in this game. Nothing has gone their offense's way. They've been outmatched. But here in the fourth quarter, you like to see guys competing. You like to see guys still trying to fight. Because as a coach, you want to know the next time you take the field which guys you can depend on and what you can build off of.
And he made the extra point without problem. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. New Mexico State has been blitzed from the opening kick, and as you can see, the score right now is a lot to a little. Let's see how this coach tries to explain this. They're trailing by 27 to New Mexico. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. So now it's second and long. Back to pass. Going for the big play. He's got it inside the 30. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed. There's
nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. Gets a turnover. And maybe this guy was hoping somebody would bail him out, like a tuck rule or something.
Not going to be so lucky this time around. Give the defense credit. This pass rush is serious. It's real. And this quarterback is now going to have to play with a clock in his head that's going up just a little bit quicker. He's got to do a better job understanding when to get rid of it.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Off the play fake. Looking for the score. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the Oak.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time...
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
And man, is that just an indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do for their next football game.
Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Finds a man in the middle. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
And the Blue Devils trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wide open downfield. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. The Blue Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Here we go.
To the air on first down. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of thinking.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
And the Blue Devils will line up to punt it away. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Wants to throw on first down. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out, they take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your unit. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation